There's one thing you have to know about this, is that when you want to close it, you have to really pull upwards this handle. So then you can turn the lock. You can't turn it when it's down like this. So you have to really put it up, and then you can open it and close it, and then pull down to open it. So here's the what we call the office. It's still my working space, but I used to work here for a living. But nowadays I'm working elsewhere. But now there's a spare bed and a what do you call that? A tanning device and a television. You can use this television anywhere you want. You just take it inside with you. There's an air conditioning system which works with this remote. It's usually somewhere here. This has Wi-Fi. I'll give you the details of the Wi-Fi network. Wi-Fi, how you call that in American? Wireless. This is the room that the children use for their musical escapades. These are all covered with guitars and stuff, and there's some musical playback in the CDs there. But that's not usually. The CDs are all on my iPod, so I never use those anymore. Here's the router for the Wi-Fi. This router is connected to the inside modem, which is in the house. But if you don't have a wireless connection here, you have to reset this one. But it usually works quite well. Here is the well, it's a small pantry, and here is the toilet belonging to this, and the toilet behind this curtain. This works, the hot water here works with the heating device that you saw in the shed. Well, that's all for this room, I think. Okay, now we go back to the house. It's actually quite hot today. It's about 30 degrees, which is not very unusual, but only a couple of days every summer with this kind of temperatures. Okay, now let's have a look. So this is the back garden. Oh, I forgot to show you the barbecue. Go back. Barbecue is in the it's usually somewhere in the back garden. It's now, well, it's usually covered with this for the. And it works quite easily. There's a it works about the same as yours. So it has a gas container here which you have to open, and then you have to push the red button here, and simultaneously just turn this to high start, which is on here, high start, and then of course you have to remove these two tables. There's one setback to this thing. It works quite well, but you have to clean it afterwards, because otherwise it gets all blocked and clogged, etc. So I'll leave some cleaning stuff with it. Okay, go to the house now. Here's one thing you have to watch, because this door, the back door, opens and can really open it far, but there's a small window here. If you open that, if that's open and you open the back door, then you scave the back door. They bump into each other. So if you open this door, you have to first close the small window. Okay, and the other door can be opened as well. There are two locks here on the inside, which you have to turn and then pull down, and then they open. You pull it up again and push it up again, and you have to flip it, because otherwise the other door won't close. So it has to be directed to the front, with the screws directed through to the back of the house. And here we enter the dinner area of the living room. This is Sandra's laptop. We'll probably stuff it somewhere because we've got other computers as well. This is the dining table, which is quite long, so you won't have problems with the. If you have guests over from. Thought you told me that the parents of your wife of Heather are in Italy, so maybe they come over. They have problems giving them food in this area. This is what we call the study, which is actually not used very often as a study, but more as a television room for the kids. It's a small television, but it works, and the kids are quite close. You can easily stuff 4 kids here. And here are 2 desktop computers, which are on the internet as well, and a printer system. And they're used most often by the kids. So on one of these I think on this one that you see now, I'll make an account for you, so that you can go on the internet. The router is for the network is here. I think it's the same router as you have, a Linksys router. So there are some written directions in the manual to reset it, but it's it's the same way as you did show me in your video. Here, this is the door to the cellar, to the basement, and here in the basement there are the fuses, the electricity system, and there are still a few old-fashioned ones with really have an old-fashioned fuse in them, and there are some spare fuses here on top. I think those here, you see one of those fuses, spare fuses, but the most recent ones, the most are with the switch. So one of these is switched down, it's gone off, so you have to put it up again. Here's some more. Here's the overall switch, which goes off if this goes to 0. It's now on 1, as you see, but it goes off to 0, then all the electricity in the house goes down. So you have to, and that happens whenever, well, for example, when there's a kid that puts his finger in the socket, then there's leakage of current, and then it shuts down the system. This is the entrance to the cellar, which we use as a mainly as a supply for all kinds of food and for wine. It's quite cool here. So here under the stairs there are red wines, and there are some more red wines and some white wines as well. We don't have very special wines to keep, so you can use anything you want. There's some more wines in boxes here, and there's some whiskey as well. Famous Grouse, which is my brand I use. Here is a frying device, which works quite easily. And here are this is the second fridge, where we usually keep the stuff that we don't use very often, and beer and wines. Here's some wines, and vegetables as well. I'll go in here as far as necessary. And here is the other freezer, which is a little bit smaller, and in here you will find meat, rice, dough, those kind of things. And here are all the detergents and other stuff you need to clean your house.